Hey folks, Levi here once again. Welcome back to another video. Sorry about the light in my room, it's about 8:28, well basically 8:30 right now here in Georgia. Hope you guys can see me, but anyway, I hate this webcam sometimes. But it's the only thing I got to do videos on. But I think you guys can see me just fine. Yeah, okay. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed my thoughts for episodes of Superman the Anime Series, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And today's video continuing with my Superman marathon with talking about the Superman TV shows. Now, on that part of it, today I'm giving you my thoughts / favorite episodes of Superman the Anime Series Volume 3, which is the last season of Superman the Anime Series. Yeah. What did I think of the series? This season, Volume 3, what did I think of the season? I loved it. I thought this was really good. I will say it was a bit dark. This is the season where we finally see Darkseid come in. Yes, the build up in Season 1 and Season 2 of knowing who Darkseid was, and we get to know more about him, and basically him taking on Superman and, attacking Superman, effectively, he's a villain that Superman might be willing to kill, or get angry enough to kill. That's how much of a dangerous enemy he is, but I'll get more into that. But this will be my favorite episodes, episodes, and one episode that's my least favorite on here. But all 3 seasons, I've enjoyed Superman the Anime Series. I think this is a good show. Now, I do like Batman the Anime Series a lot more, but that's just my personal opinion. That's just me, though. I know I didn't talk about the world's finest episodes, but I will talk about the 2 episodes where Batman is in this season. So, but it is still Superman, though. Still a Superman show. So, yeah, it's still Superman. So anyway, let's get into it. And there are 18 episodes like of the other seasons, 18 episodes here as well. So I'll go ahead and get started. I'll go ahead and start with my favorite episodes of the show. And that is, my favorites are Apocalypse Now, Part 1 and Part 2. Now this is where we see Bruno Mayhem come back and the Inner Gang come back, who have been a threat to Metropolis, for a long time, using dangerous weapons, against Superman. The last time we saw in Season 1, they were given some deadly weapons from Apocalypse, and this time we got to know Darkseid. Bruno Mayhem, of course, is working with Darkseid. They're, of course, they got more powerful weapons. Darkseid is giving them more stronger weapons. And even though now Bruno Mayhem is serving Darkseid could really care less about that, But anyway, they attack with their weapons. They're thunder or something. Superman tries to fight with them with these weapons. But they're never really able to get a handle on Superman. They use this vibration sound, which hurts his ears to death. Superman's nose is bleeding, his ears are bleeding. And but Superman's eventually able to stop them, and Darkseid said, no matter what, I'm still coming. So he's kind of preparing for Earth to come. Then you have a character named Orion who came. We learned the history of Darkseid, of that he took over worlds, that he's an evil dictator. He loves to conquer worlds and destroy worlds and kill millions of lives of each planet that he conquers. Basically, he considers himself a god. And Darkseid is a very powerful enemy. He's very strong, very intimidating. Michael Arson really brings the cold and calculus and the evilness out of Darkseid. And I think he did a really good job performing the voice. And at the end of Apocalypse Part 1, though, you see them, Apocalypse come, his parademons coming to attack people, and Superman just knows what's coming. And now when you get to Part 2, he also leaves Bruno Mayhem for dead. He promised Bruno Mayhem he would be a king if he served him, but of course he lied. I don't think we see him die because it's a kid show, but he tries to get away on a boat when Darkseid leaves him in an explosion. He tries to get away on a boat, it hits his boat, so I'm guessing he probably died. Orion also says that he is Darkseid's son, but they live on this planet, which I forgot, called New Genesis, basically. And Apocalypse is, of course, like the evil side. and parademons come to attack. Superman's able to fight some of them off. These parademons are very strong. They also end up biting Superman. Lois Lane tries to help him out, and the army is showing up to help fight, and they're all trying to attack. Darkseid, eventually confronts Superman, and he's like, Superman, you can either be my knight, that means, Superman, you can either join forces with me, or you can be my pawn. And Superman's like, never. I won't do that. And he has like this heat vision where he's like, I knew you wouldn't do that. So he uses heat vision out of his eyes to attack Superman, and has Superman like tied up on an engine, kind of have Superman chained up with his suit like torn apart. And he's like, Earth, this is your greatest hero right here at my grasp. Now I'm going to take you over and kill you. You also have Dan Turpin here. Well, one of the commissioner, I guess you can say, the Metropolis Police, Maggie Sawyer, gets injured. So Dan Turpin has to take over the tough-nosed, hard cop who, he's a badass in this episode because he gets some good shots in. He even punches a parademon, which I liked. But Orion eventually shows up and tells his father, you can either fight us because we're going to help them out. And he's like, oh, my son Orion, I won't fight you. So he's like, I will never attack the Earth again. I don't want a reunion to end in bloodshed. But Darkseid, in a way, Darkseid calls it the tab, but does promise in some way that he'll get Superman eventually. He's like, well, and then basically Dan Turpin, of course, is smart enough to him and saying all these words because he doesn't care. Even though he's a cop, he don't care to tell you right off. He tell you what he really thinks. But Darkseid, kills Dan Turpin. This is dark. He just evaporates him. I'm sorry. Just destroys him, basically. And Superman's like, murderer! And Superman tries to attack him, but Darkseid, the gate closes, the portal closes, and Superman punches a tank in anger. Pow! Pow! And everybody's like this, just upset, and, it's just a big shock. I was shocked, when I first time saw this. I was like, wow. They have a Jewish fan for him. And Superman says to him at the end of the episode, when he's at Dan Turpin's grave, who became the man who didn't like Superman at first, but at the end became a good friend to him, says, in the end, the world didn't need a Superman, just a brave one. So I thought that was sad. But Apollo's now, pretty dark episode, but really good. A really good way to start off the season. Well, not the first episode. And then Little Girl Lost is my next favorite, part 1 and 2. This is where we see Supergirl come in. Superman's on the planet. He discovers something about Argo City, which was Kora, which Kora lived in. And of course, we found the lost survivor, which is Supergirl. I like seeing her fly on Earth, and she's flying around with birds, the geese, and Superman's like controlling herself, so he tries to keep her at Smallville just so nobody knows her, so she can go to school, Smallville High, basically as Clark Kent's cousin. And of course, she wants to find something about these people that are doing bad stuff that have these steel weapons, like Apocalypse, and it's run by Granny Goodness, and she asks Jimmy for help, and Cora and Jimmy find out that it's Granny Goodness doing all these things. These people are having weapons that can attack Superman, can free Superman. Supergirl eventually comes out to help. With a Supergirl suit that looks real cool. The part 1 is where she fights some of Granny Goodness's ladies or something that want to kill her. Her female fairies to teach Supergirl some manners, so they fight Supergirl a little bit. Superman shows up to help her. They eventually kidnap Superman, take him to Darkseid. Of course, Darkseid would love nothing more to have him as a prisoner, as you could say. But Supergirl comes by Apocalypse, sneaks around a bit, is able to help save Superman. And of course they fly away. Darkseid reveals a plan, though, that he has a comet, kind of like an asteroid, coming to Earth to destroy Earth, even though nobody knows who will touch it. So it's up to Supergirl to save Superman, and she does save Superman, and she eventually saves the planet as well. She destroys it, and Now Metropolis knows of their very own Supergirl, Superman's cousin. And Darkseid is mad at Granny, so he says to his female fairies, teach Granny Goodness what happens when you fail me, and they torture her at the end. But a good episode. I loved how they brought Supergirl in here. She was very cute, and the animation for her was really good. So I loved how they brought Supergirl into the show. Yeah. Alright. Another favorite episode? An episode called Nighttime. Yes. In this episode, Superman at first comes up against one of Superman's enemies named, I don't know, Roxy Rocket. Yeah. But she's a girl that likes to live on the edge, but she lives dangerously. I think she like steals too. I can't remember, but I'm not gonna get into all of the Batman stuff. I don't want to get talking too much about all Batman stuff right now until I get to the Batman marathon. So, but anyway, he stops Roxy and she tells him, "I just want to have some fun since the Dark Knight is going." Superman's like, "What?" And he tries to find out about this. He goes to Gotham and you see Robin, Tim Drake. Oh, let me turn my darn phone down. Excuse me. Forgot I had it turned up. Anyway, what was I? Oh yeah, the next episode we saw Robin, Tim Drake, not Dick Grayson, by the way, who eventually became Nightwing. But okay, we're not gonna get into all that. Sorry. We see Robin find some criminals off. Batman, Schmatman, I got him. Then these criminals are gonna shoot at Robin until Superman saves them, and he asks Superman for help. Well, Superman tries to ask Robin where's Batman at. He's like, I don't know, Bruce Wayne's been acting strange. We don't know where he's at. They mentioned that Ra's al Ghul probably has kidnapped him. That Nightwing and Batgirl are looking for him, and so Superman decides to help them, so he puts on the bat suit, goes to Commissioner Gordon. Gordon's like, Batman, where have you been? Superman's able to use Batman's voice, which is cool. Tells him about Bane, which, Robin had to help him out because Superman doesn't know who Bane is. And then you find out that Bane is joined forces with other Batman's villains, Mad Hatter and the Riddler, voiced by Roddy McDowall and John Glover from the show. Yeah. From the Batman anime series. I forget the guy's name who voiced Bane, but Bane has got more stronger venom. He's like, Batman, I've been waiting to kill you, and he's got this venom, and even Superman's like, whoa, and he's able to take Superman on the fight because of his super strength, and he immediately destroys him, thinking Batman's dead, and because he throws like this big giant rock on him, which Superman's able to pull off, which they think is Batman, so it's unbelievable because Batman is just a normal person like I am, just a human, But Superman is not, so he's able to take him down eventually, which is cool. He's able to beat Bane, and they're able to beat the Riddler. But they ask for Mad Hatter's help if he created something to control Superman's mind. Superman's like, and Mad Hatter's like, no, it's not mine. I didn't create this. This is basically alien. They find out that Bruce Wayne is building this rocket, and of course you find out Brainiac has been behind it. Brainiac kidnapped him. Yeah. But Brainiac, I forget, he needed him to deliver a rocket for some reason, I guess, to help him to get to another planet or something like that. So he forced Bruce Wayne to do it. We kidnapped him. But he says Batman. He thinks he's Batman at first. Then when Brainiac uses his powers, he's like, Kal-El, Superman. Him and Superman fight for a little bit. They go into outer space and fight a little bit because Brainiac's in a ship, but Superman's able to destroy it, and Batman thanks him for the help at the end, but it was an awesome episode though, seeing them team up again. Well, their first team up is involves Flying Sport when I get to the Batman and Superman movie. And then you have an episode, another favorite of mine called Obsession. This is where we see Toyman come back. But Lola Lang is managing like a series of fashion models. She designs fashion models. She creates costumes for fashion models and has fashion model shows. Lana does that for a living. She was Clark Kent's, girlfriend. She was Superman until these robots come attack, and you realize that this is model named Darcy. When Superman tries to help her out, Clark Kent breaks into her apartment. Well, has a sneak in there to see where she's at. She has no food, no nothing in her apartment. He thinks it's a bit strange. This big kangaroo robot tries to attack Superman. Superman has to fight that a little bit. He does save Darcy again. And we find out that it's Toyman. You also find out that, well, Darcy is a robot. That Toyman created her. She says that Toyman wanted to have a girlfriend. He created her, but he was obsessed with making toys. She wanted to kind of be out in the world and go do stuff, but he didn't want that. So she decided to leave. And of course, Toyman is so, I guess you can say, in a fatal attraction kind of a way, obsessed with her. Kidnaps her, and Superman at this time can't really save her, so Darcy decides to just end it. She breaks his toys. She can't hurt him, can't hurt Toyman. It's not a program, but she can hurt his toys, which destroys that. And at the end of the episode, you can say she has Toyman in a box going on a train, even though you think she's dead. But it was a good episode. I like seeing Toyman come back and stuff. Alright. But last good way to see Toyman, I guess. Well, I think he's also in Justice League, so. They need an episode called Little Big Head, where Mr. McPillick, who of course still is obsessed with defeating Superman, he's from the Fifth Dimension character, he just say his name backwards to get him back to his Fifth Dimension, still wants to break some rules and get on Superman, just prove he's better. So he basically tricks Bizarro, who Superman gave his own world to. Bizarro has his own little world where there's a whole bunch of rocks and stuff. And he's like, oh, this is the life. And Miss Piddleick comes and says, Superman's making fun of you, so he's able to show him this how Superman's making fun of him. And of course, Bizarro, who is, like I said, a dumbfounded, kind of mentally challenged character who doesn't know better up in here in the noggin. More was like a clone, but that of a caveman, not really smart. And he thinks Superman betrayed him, so he comes to attack Metropolis. He attacks the daily planet. Just cries over, like, why you laugh at me? Thanks for making fun of him. Superman shows up and they fight a bit. And Superman's like, Cabell was able to convince him finally, no. It was Mr. Piddleick. And Mr. Piddleick gets in trouble by his fifth dimensional judges, I guess, who sentenced him to 3 months of community service, I guess. And Superman's like, there's a good way for you to do that. So at the end of the episode, he has to help, Mr. Piddleick has to help Bizarro, fix up his world and build more rocks for him and play more games. It was like, 3 months later, I know this, But it was a funny episode. It was good to see them for one this time. It was entertaining, I enjoyed it. Alright. Sorry. Alright, and the next episode is called In Brightest Day. We also have some other superheroes here. In this one we have a Green Lantern. This is where you have a guy named Kyle Ratner, not Al Jordan, but you do see an airplane, a jet that has his name on it. But Kyle Ratner, which I didn't know that was a Green Lantern in the comics. Oh, okay. Yeah. But I do know of Hal Jordan and John Stewart as Green Lanterns. Anyway, the episode begins with a Green Lantern. Should be Apazor. Yeah. Damn it. Abnosaur. I can't say his name right, but I know he was in the Green Lantern movie, which I like that movie, I like that movie. But anyway. And the Ring chooses this guy named Kyle Ratner, who is an artist at the Daily Planet, helps make the newspapers and stuff, knows the artwork for it. The Ring chooses him, and he looks very cool in the suit. You also have Sinestro, who is basically power hungry and wants more power from the Ring. He just wants more power. And Sinestro basically is the villain, with the enemy of the Green Lanterns, and the Green Lantern Corps. And I like seeing the Green Lantern Corps, And what they do, it's led by the Guardians, which chooses these warriors from other planets, including Earth, to help fight, for good and justice and all that, protect the universe. And basically what the Ring does, it chose Kyle. So Kyle has learned to accept that, and he does eventually help Superman, which him and Superman team up. I always like that line, the Green Lantern code, or, vow, the Green Lantern oath, which when he uses the Green Lantern orb, I guess, which powers the ring, because he fights the Natural a little bit, and you can do anything with your mind. When you have this power of the ring, you can think about anything. You think about throwing an airplane or a missile at somebody, or a fist, which I think is cool about Green Lantern. But I liked it when he used the orb to power up, and he's like Heavenly Guardians is by saying, "In brightest day, in darkest night, let no evil, in brightest day, in darkest night, let no evil escape my sight. But those who worship evil's might, beware my power. Green Lantern's light." That was always a cool line to say. And he does defeat the Sinestro, and I like how they introduce Green Lantern here. And of course, the guy at the end of the episode accepts Kyle, and accepts, of course, being Green Lantern. So it was a cool episode. And then an episode called Superman's Pal, which this episode, of course, is, I like that they made an episode about Jimmy Olsen, who gives him a lot of attention because he helps Superman out. He basically is Superman pal. There's this woman named Angela Quinn, dubs him Superman's pal, and he becomes so famous. First, Jimmy enjoys it. He gets a date. He dates a girl, I forget her name, but she's a girl that likes metal, and Jimmy tries to ask her out, but when he becomes Superman pal, she decides to go out with him. You have these criminals who attack him, and they chase Jimmy. Superman shows up to save him. And at first, Jimmy enjoys the attention, because he feels like he's a nobody, so he's kind of enjoying the attention of being Superman's pal, but it becomes too much as people just, talk to him all day about Superman, and it drives Jimmy crazy. And he's got people chasing him, girls chasing him, until, he realizes that the planet helps him, like, we're going to go to a private place, have a talk. But of course, she lures him into a trap, which is one of Superman's strongest enemies, Metallo, John Corbin, who wanted his girl to get Lois Lane. She's the girlfriend of Metallo, and Metallo's girlfriend is like, I wanted Lois Lane, but you know what, since this is Superman's pal, we'll take him instead. So Jimmy tries to escape, but since they're in a junkyard, they use a magnet to get him into the car, or he's in the car to crush him, but Superman shows up, and he gets hit with a bus, literally on top of him, doesn't die, but then Metallo decides to go finish Superman off, and, pulls his shirt off, and you see his green kryptonite heart, which he has that can defeat Superman. He's able to beat Superman up a little bit, till Jimmy helps him out a little bit. You two make quite a team, says Metallo, and tries to defeat him, but Superman's eventually able to take Metallo down. I forget how, but is able to defeat him. And Superman thinks that, but Jimmy thinks we're buddies. He gives him like this watch, saying just press it and I'll show up whenever you need me, pal. It was a good episode. And then an episode called Fish Story, which is another favorite of mine, where we see Aquaman for the first time. Creatures of the sea start acting strange. Lex Luthor is doing an underwater experiment which could destroy part of the sea, destroy Atlantis, so they kidnap, of course, Aquaman. Lois ends up saving Aquaman. They try to get out of there. I like seeing Aquaman and Lois team up to fight some bad guys off. And, Aquaman, Arthur Curry, Aquaman, is the king of Atlantis, and basically, they call us, the people on the surface, they call us surface dwellers. That's what they call it. And basically, if you threaten Atlantis, if you are a threat to them, they will kill you eventually, hunt you down as an act of war if you're trying to mess with them. If you get what I'm saying. And Superman has to help out before a big war plays out. War nearly does, until one of the guys tries to shoot Superman down, Aquaman, with an arrow, and, with a poon arrow, and Aquaman grabs it, and they almost fight. Superman's able to stop it, and Superman's like, Aquaman, I'm not going to let you do this. He's like, okay, well, just leave us alone, and we'll be in peace. And then it's there. But it was cool to see Aquaman and his communication with animals. He's not very talkative, I guess, because you see Superman as a surface dweller, taking their side. But it was cool. Eventually they'll be part of the Justice League together. Yeah. I think it was, I don't know if it was Miguel Fuhrer, I think, voiced him. I remember him as Bob Morton in RoboCop. So that was awesome. And then an episode called The Demon Reborn. We have Rachel, this is where we have Rachel Gould in Society of Shadows, who pretty much robbed Metropolis to steal a staff on an exhibit. Superman tries to show up to stop them. Talia is also in charge of this robbery. She takes the staff. Some of the ninjas try to take Superman down, but they can't. They try to throw weapons at him. One tries to choke Superman with a chain. It's like, he can't do it. Superman picks him up and throws him. And then Talia pulls the train. He's like, either you stop me, or you stop the train. Your choice. And Superman, it will stop the train. Well, can't stop the train fully. So Batman shows up in the Batmobile, which was awesome. And of course, voiced by Kevin Conroy, who to me is the voice of Batman. And he comes up, and Batman tells him that he's been looking for Ra's for a while, that Ra's has been up to no good. And Superman says to help him out, but Batman's like, no, the whole teamwork thing. Eventually, Talia goes to Lois Lane, kidnaps Lois Lane, takes her clothes, puts herself in danger, like in heights, falling off a building and fooling Superman. She's like, you're coming with us, my father needs your help. He's like, well, I'll help him, but not in this way. So they have blue kryptonite, which will weaken Superman. It's not like green kryptonite, it won't kill him, but what blue kryptonite does when Superman is attacked with it, sorry if there are noises out there, with the blue kryptonite, it will just weaken him. It'll make him a normal person, basically. It just takes away his powers. Sorry. And they're going to kidnap him because Ra's is really an old man. Ra's al Ghul, of course, was in Batman animated series, I think, Volume 3, an episode called The Demon's Quest, who basically, Ra's al Ghul has been living for 600 years. He's known as the Demon's Head. He has a thing called the Lazarus Pit, which has kept him alive for centuries, probably over, I think, 600 years. Yeah. But each time he tells Superman that he uses it, it affects him, makes him a little old and age a little quicker. So he becomes like a really old man, close to death. He does die for a second, but as soon as they're able to use the staff and transfer Superman's power to him, as soon as Ra's gets Superman's power, he becomes like more big and strong. They want more until Batman comes to stop it. But he's able to take on Batman a little bit. Batman has a conflict with Ra's now. Even though he's always been able to fight Ra's, but Ra's is able to get Batman and take him down. Superman breaks out eventually and is able to fight him. Talia gets hurt, but Superman's able to use this against, like, well, either me or his daughter, and he saves her instead. They fall in the water. I know you think they die, but I don't think they die. They live, of course, because Ra's really never goes away. But it was a good episode seeing Batman and Superman team up, and at the end, Batman says, maybe this whole team thing works, and then Batman's like, right. And that's funny, as he takes off in the Batwing, which is cool. There's also cool to see Batman in action a little bit, fight some bad guys, and uses his Batarang and his equipment, because Batman has gadgets, he has the powers, he uses his brain and his gadgets to fight crime. But he's able to follow Ra's al Ghul because Batman is very good at putting fear into his enemies. That's what Batman does. But Demon Reborn, it was awesome. Again, it was just an episode. This time it's, where Batman had helped Superman out. So I don't really call it a crossover episode. It's still Superman. And of course, my last favorites are the last episodes of season 3, of Volume 3, Legacy, Part 1 and 2, where you find out that Darkseid brainwashes Superman. I'll go ahead and tell you, because Superman was on a mission, I guess. He goes on these missions in space. Good Lord, he does it so many times, puts himself in danger so many times. But anyway, he gets attacked by something, and Darkseid's able to kidnap him, get Grand Goodness to put Superman on a machine, which, screws with his mind and makes him believe that he was, of course, a Kryptonian, but he landed on Earth, on Apokolips, and Darkseid was his father and raised him, so he wears this, evil mask and stuff. Looks like he's from Buzz Lightyear Star Command, that villain from that movie. But anyway, Superman conquers worlds, and he's able to help Darkseid do that. Superman's like, my son Cal, now you have to conquer more worlds. And he basically, Superman's kind of evil now. Supergirl has to use Clark Kent as a machine and Superman as a machine to make people believe that he's still there, just to have the suspicion away. And Darkseid sends him to Earth, which this time Lex Luthor wants to take Superman down for real this time. Originally, he can't because this general hates Superman just as much as Lex Luthor does. So they use this kryptonite missile and shoot down Superman. The episode ends there. Sorry, just her voice is out there. But then we get to part 2, which is the last episode. They arrest Superman and Supergirl, put them under Red Sun prisons that are under the Red Sun, which means under the Red Sun, they have no powers. Even Superman and Supergirl did fight a little bit, but Superman has time to recover though. He's able to get out of Darkseid's control and realize what Darkseid has done to him. And Lois Lane eventually tries to help out. She does help out, which is awesome. She puts on, of course, being a military brat, she's very good at handling herself. She dresses like she's in the military, wears glasses and a hat, is able to break in and save Superman. They fight off some men, and Superman, Lex Luthor they're finally gonna kill Superman with some kryptonite poisoning. When Kryptonite gonna give him a shot and kill him for good. And Superman's like, well, I have one last request from you, Lex. And Lex is like, which is? And then Superman punches him in the face, which I thought was funny. And the general tries to fight him, but Superman's able to fight them. Lex Luthor tries to kill Superman, with the shot of the kryptonite, but Lois shows up and gives him a shock. And they take them down. They eventually able to go save Kora, and Superman decides to finally go have a final epic battle. An epic battle, basically because Darkseid tried to take over the Earth. He killed his friend Dan Turpin, took over his mind, tried to kill Supergirl, tried to make him attack the Earth. Darkseid has done all these bad things to him, all these evil things, and Superman was like, you know what, I'm going to take him down for once. No, Superman goes to Apocalypse, uses heat vision, kills nearly all the freaking parademons. He fights the female fairies, takes him down, fights Granny Guinness herself, gives her quite a shock. And he Calibus this time, he just gives him a few punches and takes him down. He's like, who faces Darkseid? Darkseid's like, well. So they decide to have a final fight. He's like, and this time I'm going to kill you, Kel. And Kel, he's like, you killed Dan Silver. He's like, I don't know who that is. That was a friend of mine. Well, Kel, maybe after I'm done with you, I'll kill more humans this time. They fight a little more. Superman's able to give him punches. Even though he's able to use heat vision to weaken Superman, Superman's able to get out of it and give him a few punches. He's like, you dare strike me! Which Darkseid says. And they fight a little more. And Superman uses heat vision. Well, Darkseid tries to use heat vision to Superman grabs his face. And Darkseid's all blown up and weakened at the end, just his face is all torn up. Superman throws him down to his leaders, to his people. Well, he doesn't know, to the people who he thinks they're slaves. He's like, do what you will with Darkseid. He's defeated now. Superman's costume's all ruined up, and Darkseid picks him up, and they pick up Darkseid, and Darkseid's like, Kal-El, you're still loyal to me, because he says, Kal-El, here, I'm a god. And so it just ends there, and at the end of the episode, people don't trust Superman anymore. Even Dr. Hamilton, who's in front of Superman, doesn't trust him. Jimmy Olsen still has faith, but people just don't trust Superman anymore. And Superman's upset. He's like, don't listen, no. I gotta listen, they're right. He's like, I'm sure you gain the trust back by 1% at a time, and him and Lois share a kiss for the first time. And that was the end of the episode. So, yeah, it ended depressingly, but I wish they would have gone with the 4th season, but didn't happen. I guess it didn't really catch on as Superman the animated series for another last season. I would like to see maybe more, but either way, that was good. Alright, well, I'm not done yet. Those are the end of my favorites. I'll get into my okay episodes. Okay, my okay ones, starting with Warrior Queen, which I thought this episode was alright. You have a woman named Maxima, who's basically a stuck-up queen of an alien empire. She wants a mate, so she tries to come for Superman, but her people turn against her. I guess this guy that wanted her can't get her, so he tries to take over her kingdom. Teaches her not to kill, but to punish people. And at the end, Superman's like, well, like my mother said, there's somebody out there for everybody. And Lobo shows up, which was awesome at the end. And she's like, whew, you know, happy to see you, Lobo. Which I thought was funny. But it was an alright episode. I just like these episodes. Like I said, my favorites. I liked it more. Like I said, these episodes to me were okay. Yeah. And then, where there's smoke, which you have a character name. I think her name is Volcana. Basically, she's a metahuman who can control fire. Superman takes her on at first, and Superman realized that she was kidnapped. Not kidnapped, but her was a prisoner in a government facility, and they try to use her as a weapon to return to them, so Superman has to help her out. He's able to find her a home. But it was an alright episode. And then an episode called New Kids in Town, which 30th century, where you have Brainiac, who pretty much goes into the past, where he wants to destroy the young Superman, the young Clark Kent, which we see him in high school. You see him play basketball with a guy who nearly hurt them. Then these called Three Legionnaires superheroes, which they were alright. They would wipe people's minds a little bit. Well, not in that way. One of them can. One of them turn like into a beast, into an animal. They tell Clark about his future as Superman, which he doesn't believe at first. They, of course, at the end of the episode, have to take it away. But it was an alright episode. I didn't mind it. Didn't mind Brainiac coming in and attack a kid, just grabs him, and is like, where, does Clark Kent live? And it's like, wrong answer. And he throws the guy out and says, he isn't this time. Thank you. But it was an alright episode. Then an episode called Unity, which you see Supergirl again. This time, Carl wants to leave. She gets a chance to finally go to Metropolis. She goes in for a while. She comes back home. Jonathan and Martha are acting weird. Apparently they join this cult that's a Unity. A human living named Powell as their master, who is an alien parasite that is able to turn people into zombies. They have these big tongues come out of their mouth and attack people. It's a kind of a creepy episode, but I thought it was alright. We was actually Supergirl again, though. And her and Superman have to save the day and save, of course, Jonathan and Martha Kent, and they do. And it was, like I said, it was just an okay episode. Excuse me. Up to 10. Alright, so I'm rushing through this. And then an episode, my least favorite episode was called Absolute Power, which I thought was boring. Of course you have, well, it's an episode about Jackson Molly, who came back, if you remember from season 1, Blast from the Past, which these two characters were on Krypton. They tried to take over Krypton. Superman brought Molly back because he thought he could see some good in her, but of course she was still bad. They tried to take over the Earth, so Superman ends up putting them back in the Phantom Zone. You find out they're through a black hole. They're able to get out of the Phantom Zone. They take over these people, but you find out that it's not all it seems to be. I didn't really care at that point. Jackson Molly, okay, the best thing, Molly was voiced by Sarah Dulles in this episode. If you remember Sarah Dulles, Superman 2, in the Richard Donner cut, she played Ursa, which I thought was better for me. I don't like Jackson Molly too much. I mean, to me, they're rip-off characters of General Zod and Ursa a little bit. I'm sorry, but they are in my opinion. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah. Jax is just, to me, he's just General Zod. I don't really care for him. I like Zod more. I think they should have brought General Zod in here. Which that's one thing I like about this series for not doing that. I wish they would have brought General Zod in here. Sorry, but to me Zod is more interesting and more somebody trying to be a ruler, and take over a planet. For me, that would be General Zod to do that, Especially because he was friends with, Jor-El and eventually became his enemy, so, it's a more personal connection between the two. But this episode I thought was okay. I fell asleep through it. I did not care for it. It was just very boring, and I'm like, it was cool to hear Sarah Douglas' voice. I know she was also going to be, I think, in Supergirl Season 3, which was cool. I don't know if she was in Smallville. I have to look that up. But overall, it was alright. I mean, overall, I didn't care for it. Sorry. But, yeah, Absolute Power was like, my least favorite of the season. Alright, guys, well, since I'm just so tired and, I gotta go to bed soon. Yeah. But guys, anyway. My thoughts on the series though, for Superman Animated Series Volume 3. I did enjoy it. Some episodes, like I said, were okay. One I didn't like, which I thought was boring, that I've already just mentioned. I hate this thing for doing this, but I'm going to talk anyway. Sorry about the glare, y'all, the crazy webcam. But anyway, this was a very entertaining season. I thought it was very dark to kill off a character and trying to make Superman evil. I thought this was a bit more darker, and it was finally good to see, how they brought Darkseid in, and it was a very nice build-up. It was kind of like the Marvel Universe. To me, Darkseid he's Thanos, but of the DC Universe, in a way. Because he's a very powerful enemy, and, for Superman to go up against. I think he's one of Superman's best enemies, up there with Lex Luthor, Brainiac, and a lot of other villains, but Darkseid is a very awesome villain. I'm glad they built him up. I think they did a good job, in my opinion, of building up for this season. Yeah. In my opinion. But in my opinion, it was a good last season. When it ended good. They ended it sad and dark, but still, it was still a good ending though. But they do have the game for Superman Trust at the end. But overall, entertaining. The animation is really good. It really fits the show. I think the animation for all 3 seasons are good. It's just a fun show. I do like Batman more because I'm more of a Batman fan, but Superman Animated Series is a lot of fun to watch. A lot of good episodes, very entertaining. It's only 30 minutes. Each episode is 30 minutes. It won't take that long to watch. It's only 18 episodes for each season, so, it won't really waste a couple of your days to even watch it if you're a fan of Superman. But you also get Superman Behind the Cape. You take behind the scenes of the show's creative team. Look up in the sky at the amazing story of Superman. Experts from the new documentary produced by Brian Singer and Kevin Byrne talking about Superman a little bit, which is cool. But Superman Animated Series Volume 3, I'm going to give it... I think Season 2 is still my favorite. Yeah, Season 2 is my favorite. But this is just as good in my opinion. I enjoyed all the 3 seasons. I'm going to give it 4 out of 5 stars. So, Superman Animated Series, awesome show to watch. Volume 3 was fun, so 4 out of 5 stars and thumbs up for Superman Animated Series Volume 3. So guys, if you've seen this show this season, tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of Superman Animated Series Volume 3? Have you seen the episodes? What do you think of them? What are your favorite episodes of Superman Animated Series Volume 3? And what do you think of Superman Animated Series as a whole? And if you're a Superman fan and you haven't watched it in a long time, I know some of my friends probably haven't seen that have commented on these, I would definitely recommend checking this out again. If you're one of my subscribers, you've seen Superman Animated Series, you saw it as a kid, I would definitely recommend getting them because they're definitely worth it. If you're a Superman fan like I am, buy it. I definitely recommend it, It's definitely worth the money, trust me. Alright guys, well, I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and favorite episodes of each of Superman the Animated Series Volume 1, Volume 2, and this video will be uploaded tonight of my thoughts and favorite episodes of Volume 3, so I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on them. And guys, let me know in the comments, what are your favorite episodes of Superman the Animated Series Volume 3, and as a whole, what do you think of Superman the Animated Series? Do you like the show or do you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Alright guys, next, I might as well just go ahead and remove this. Alright. And for the next show we're going to be talking about, since I'm done with Superman the Animated Series, this will probably be a while. I already did the TV show collection for this show. Yeah, I already did a TV show collection. So, damn thing. I already did a TV show collection for this show, which was in part 13. Next, I'm going to be talking about my favorite show, Smallville, yes. Which is a show that came in 2001, from 2001 to 2011. I'm going to give you my thoughts and favorite episodes of each of the seasons, and we will be starting with my favorite episodes. The next video will be of Smallville, Season 1. So, which I'm going to be watching. It'll probably be a while, because each episode is an hour. I think this season has 21 episodes, so yeah, it'll be a while. Because, well, you can say 21 is not a lot, but each episode is an hour long. I would say about an hour, yeah. But I've had this show for a while, so, yep. So gotta start off with the first season. So, and I'll be writing the episodes down. For Smallville season 1. We have 10 seasons to talk about. So next video will be my thoughts, favorite episodes of Smallville season 1. So guys, look forward to the next video of my thoughts, favorite episodes of Smallville season 1. I'll look forward to doing the video for this. So hope you guys stay tuned for Smallville season 1. And let me know in the comments down below what are your favorite episodes of Superman the Animated Series Volume 3, and what are your favorite episodes, what do you think of Superman the Animated Series in your opinion? Let me know in the comments down below, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye. Have a good night and a good day where you're at. So, bye.